Hello knitters, Barbara Benson here. I'm an independent knitwear designer who also likes to make videos here on my YouTube channel, Watch Barbara Knit. If you'd like to know more about my knitwear designs, please check in the description below, and there you will find a link to my Ravelry page where you can find all the patterns I have available for you to get and knit up for yourself. Also in the description below, you will find a couple other links. One is to the Watch Barbara Knits Facebook group. We'd love to have you come over and join so that we can continue the conversations that we start here, and it's a great way that we can actually share pictures. The other one is going to be a link to my Patreon page. Patreon is a way for people to support creators who create things and put them out here, like just to be consumed. And if you'd like to know more about that, please check in the description below. Okay, today, you know what, there's going to be a lot more in the description below, all kinds of links you're going to want to click on, because I'm going to kick this month off with a Fave 5. And I'm actually doing something I've never done before. I am reusing a theme. I have done this a while ago, but you know what? New patterns come out and new things catch my fancy. Since it is June, and for my part of the world, we're cruising into summer, I have decided to pick out 5 summer projects that will be great to knit this summer. And I have various and sundry rationale behind choosing each of these projects, and I will let you know what each one is. If you haven't watched a Fave 5, what this is I pick a theme, and then I go and I browse Ravelry and pick out my favorite 5 patterns that jump out to me, you know, at that very moment. I'm not saying that this is 100%, these are the best ones ever. These are the ones that I'm excited about right now, that for some reason they jumped out to me and I'm like, yes, this would be something super fun that fits inside the theme I have chosen. If you have something that fits this theme that you think people would like, please feel free to suggest it in the comments below. I love chatting with people in the comments and try to respond to as many as I can. So here we go on the Fave 5 summer projects for summer 2019. I have them pulled up on Ravelry on my screen over here, so you'll see me looking over here. That is why I'm doing that. The first one is Madame Entrechat Fingering by Lisa Chemery. And isn't this the cutest thing ever? This is a little shrug, or maybe a cardigan. It does have a button. It comes in. Shrugs don't normally come in like this, but I thought that this would be a great summer knit because, you know what? Air conditioning can be chilly. I like wearing a whole lot of sleeveless things in the summer, but sometimes you want to transition into the evening where it starts getting a little cooler, or you end up in a situation where you're inside where it gets really cold, and this is just a little something that you can put on over those sundresses or anything that will just be the perfect match. Now, Lisa Chemery has actually, you need to click through this link and then look at the other ones, because I picked out, and I'm showing you the fingering weight one because it's the lightest weight one and I think perfect for knitting in the summer. But there's also, I believe, a worsted weight one. And then these, the reason why it's called Madame Entrechat is because if you like baby stuff, she originally designed this little shrug as a baby shrug, and it's just called entrechat. And then there's an entrechat version that's DK. So there's multiple, so there's like 4 different variations on this pattern. And I'm pretty sure that one of them is going to tickle your fancy. And you just have to go look at the ridiculously cute picture of the baby in this little tiny shrug. It's like, oh my God, so cute. But this one is just, I think, absolutely lovely. She has it labeled as a shrug or bolero. And so it says, this is the fingering weight version of Madame Entrechat, which is the grown-up version of Little Entrechat. And she says, chilly in the office, the shrug is constructed in an unusual manner. It is knit from the top down, from the back and neck shoulders to the underarms. Then the sleeve stitches are then put on hold, and the back stitches are worked together with stitches picked up along the front rag. You know what? It's really interesting. And the sizes, it's extra small, small, medium, large, and then extra large, extra, extra large, extra, extra, extra large. So it goes up to 3XL with the bust sizes ranging from 29 to 53. So it's got a nice wide range, and it just, there's a lot of information, and it is just the cutest thing. Now she also recommends a sport weight yarn, so it might be flexible in yarn. So I just thought that this would be a great summer thing to knit, and it fits into one of my other requirements for a summer knit, being that you aren't completely covered up in like a giant blanket that you're knitting. So this is Madame Entrechat Fingering by Lisa Chemery, and I want one of these really bad. The next one, this actually even falls under the category of I kind of wish I had designed this myself. This is a pair of fingerless mitts called Sundry by Hammersen. And if you've looked at any of what I do, you can totally see why I am 100% in love with these mitts. They definitely fall into, I think this is a great summer knit because it's small, it's portable. You're not going to be covered up with a lot of yarn, and it's something that you can carry around and work on when you get the time to, and it's a fingerless mitt. Now, you're not necessarily going to be wearing these in the summer. You'll have it ready when the fall rolls around, or, you know, if you work in an office and it's cold, you might need them. But these are designed in sport weight is what this says. And this is indeed, she talks a lot. This is slip stitch color work, so you're only working with one strand per row, which is like my favorite thing. The mitt is written in 3 sizes, so you can adjust it up and down. And she's got a lot of great information. You need to go through and look at the pictures. You can sort of see it in the picture because you can see that the color of the front mitt is different than the color of the back mitt. No, we're not knitting for Batman. And what it is she used a gradient, which I think is a really interesting idea, because so the mitts aren't necessarily going to be matched. They're going to be fraternal twins, but she started with one and ran through part of the gradient, and then the next one starts with the other gradient, you know, where you stopped, and you continue. But the fact that you've got a solid color that ties it together just really makes it work. And I love the idea of having these mitts that design-wise match, but color may not match. Of course, you could just do it in 2 solid colors if you like, but it's really cool. She also has a hat that uses the same stitch pattern, so you could do the gloves and the hats. But I definitely think this is one of those things. Actually, wait. So she appears to have used Malabrigo Rios and Knitwit's Freya Handpaint Sport. So it almost is a mixed yarn weight, but you know what? I am sure Hammersen writes amazing patterns, and I'm sure she has all the information in there for you. So this is a great summer project because it's small and you can get it done and you can pick it up and put it back down. And also it's just freaking awesome. I love the color. I love the stripes in the thumb. I love everything about this. She used a rolled hem, which is what you're seeing. That's just knitting stockinette and letting it roll. She says she does provide you with information on how to do it with ribbing if you don't like rolled hems. So that is a plus. Okay, that's Sundry by Hammersen. Moving right along. This fits in the exact same category as the mitts do. This is something small, easily portable, something you can pick up and put back down, lightweight yarn. Again, great for summer knitting. And these you could even wear in the summer if you wear socks in the summers. Frankly, I quit wearing socks. Oh, well, I don't really wear socks, but I'm a sandals girl most of the year. But these, I love these. These are the Rock and Roll socks by Heddi Craft. And I think they are the absolute perfect thing for any crazy variegated yarn that you might have. If you look at the pattern, it's got some lace in it, which is great. I don't know why my clicker's not clicking for me. There we go. You can see it's got the sections of solid stockinette, and then it's got the bias lace, and it's making it, and I'm assuming that's why she called it rock and roll, because they're going back and forth. But that movement of the design, the way that the stitch is moving, is what's really mixing up the variegated yarn, and it lets it look really cool because it's just moving around. These look like really fun socks. Let me see, let's get us some details. It has an afterthought heel, which I'm a fan of. Cuff down. There we go. Written pattern. Now it's designed in knit pick, stroll, hand painted, but I'm going to go with just about any fingering weight yarn is going to work in this. It's on a US size 1, which is very, very typical for socks. And yeah, it comes in 3 different sizes: small, medium, large. That's a 6.5, 8, and 9.5 foot circumference. So you can make little socks or you can make big socks, but whatever. I think this would be a great summer project because, again, it's something small that you can pick up and put down and carry around with you. You can sit on the beach and not worry about it flopping out of your lap and getting all sandy. And, you know, you could definitely wear these in the summer because they are lacy. So those are the rock and roll socks by Heddi Craft. Perfect for that crazy variegated yarn that you have stashed away, I'm pretty sure. I don't know anyone who has 6 or multiple crazy variegated skeins stashed away. Okay, next up, we've got, this is Tunisian Express by Ruth Brasch. And the reason why I think this would be a great summer project is because you need to learn something new this summer. Well, actually, I need to learn something new this summer. You know, you gotta put that, I know it's vacation time, but take some of that time to put something new in your brain. And I have been wanting to learn Tunisian, and while I'm sure that some of y'all know how to do it, for those of you who don't, I think this looks like the perfect way to learn Tunisian crochet. So, in Tunisian crochet, it's sort of like a cross between knitting and crochet. I'm really not sure, which is why I need to learn. So this is worked in DK weight yarn and smooth sock by, well, or fingering weight. She has 2 different ones suggested. One is a fingering weight and one is DK weight. Actually, the DK weight is Wool Ease Cakes by Lion Brand. So that's really cool. That's going to be the variegation, I believe. So this is, are you a knitter who's wondered about learning crochet or a crocheter who's wanted to learn Tunisian? You're in the right place. This pattern is designed to be a fun introduction to Tunisian crochet. Instead of learning by making a boring swatch square, hop on the Tunisian Express and learn this way. So that is why, like, this is like a learning project. The pattern includes a pattern for 2 styles of scarf shawl, 5 pages of photo tutorials to help you learn Tunisian crochet step by step, and a stitch count chart cheat sheet to help you keep track of your stitches easily. So this is specifically a learning thing, and it makes a beautiful shawl. So, and this is crazy. So I didn't really look at this. I just looked at it and went, ooh, pretty. So recommended yarn and hook pairing. So she has fingering, sport, DK worsted, and bulky. So you can use any kind of yarn you want, and you just got to get your needle and get this and learn how to do Tunisian crochet. So I just think this is an awesome opportunity for the summer. It's not going to be a huge amount of fabric. You know, it's not going to be something you want to knit on the beach maybe, but I think learning something new this summer would be great. So that is Tunisian Express by Ruth Brasch. And I've been moving up in size. Okay, and up to this final one that I just couldn't resist. Look how beautiful this is. This is the Twin Bridges sweater by Romi Hill. And I think it is just absolutely gorgeous. And it's sort of like, I started with the Madame Entrechat, which is the little thing, and then this goes up. So it's got a similar feel to it, but it's more voluminous. And again, this is something that you could throw on over your sundress, throw on over something strapless, and, you know, move it, you know, being ridiculous, moving it from day to nighttime wear. Or, you know what, depending on the yarn you use, you could throw it over a swimsuit. I just think it's very cool. And says yarn is held double throughout working the sweater in order to produce a gradient effect when changing colors. And this says perfect for spring. I would say perfect for summer. Twin Bridge is an oversized fit sweater with a slightly A-line silhouette and flattering hemline, sized to fit over sleeves and drape beautifully. The sweater adds some chic to any outfit. Try it in one color or 5 as written. So she has 5 different colors that she's going through, and she's holding them double so that you work through and change yarns and get a gradient, which if you haven't done, again, another technique to learn. And it is worked in lace weight yarn. So you're holding those 2 strands together. So if you've got a lot of lace weight you need to use up, this would be perfect. And lace weight is a great thing to knit in the summer because it's light. Now, I'm fairly confident she doesn't say this anywhere, but lace held double is knitting weight or fingering weight. So if you didn't want to do the marl effect, you could probably get away with just knitting it in fingering weight yarn, which again is great for the summer. It comes in size small, narrow shoulders, small, medium, large, and then extra large, extra large. And so it's got a wide variety of sides. It's not designed to be fitted. And it is just super beautiful. I love, let me click it and get it open. So it starts, hang on, is it top down? Let me move my window. It says it's worked flat, one piece, oversized. Provisional is in here, so there's a provisional cast on someplace. Not 100% sure how it's worked, but at the top part, you've got a really simple, and it looks like there's like garter ridges, and then it morphs into that pretty little lace pattern, and then at the end, you get into a texture, and I love the points. I love the bottom of this piece. So, you know, if I were going to knit a sweater, I need to start with the Madame Entrechat, which would be little, and then upgrade in size. Not saying it's a better pattern, I'm just saying it's bigger. To this one. And, you know, held double, I love lace weight yarn, but I've never been a huge fan of working in lace weight held single, but lace weight held double, I might be able to get behind. So I might have to look into some yarn acquisitions. So this is the Twin Bridges sweater by Romi Hill. And that rounds out my fave 5 summer knitting projects for summer of 2019. We had Madame Entrechat, and then Sundry, which were the mittens, a pair of socks, easy to knit in the summer, the Tunisian Express, because you need to put something new in your brain, and this sweater, which is great. Now, when I have a pattern that I feel fits into the theme, I then will show it to you, and this month I actually do. So I will tell you, I love the idea of all those pieces, but my most favorite thing to knit in the summer is a scarf. You're like, you don't wear summers in the scarf, Barbara. You don't wear scarves in the summer, Barbara. And you are true, you do not really. But you can if you knit the right kind of scarf. And you know what? You could knit a winter scarf. Just because you make it in the summer doesn't mean you have to wear it in the summer. But I love summer scarves. And I love knitting them because of a lot of things I've mentioned. They're relatively small. They're easy to pick up and put back down. And most of the time they're relatively straightforward. You're not getting into complex shaping or anything crazy. And I really like that usually they have a short number of rows because there's none of this. You got to wait to the end of this 120 stitch row to put it down. You're only knitting like maybe maximum 25, 30 stitches and you are good to go. So this that I am flailing around with might look like a super cool rose, but this is just how I store this particular pattern. This is a summer weight scarf and it is called Fins, okay? And let me show it to you So this is the end. It goes floop. Isn't that cool? So it is pretty darn long, and it's one of those things that you just knit till you run out of yarn. But look at that. So let me find the cast on end. So you can see here, this is the cast on. See right there? And essentially what we are doing is creating a knitted on edging that's not really knitted on to anything. And so you've got this little bit here of lace, and then this increases and goes out, and then you bind off down to here. And then it increases and increases, and then you bind off. And so the unit is this. This is all you have to learn. This is all you have to knit, and you just knit it over and over again, and you make these little fins. And you just keep on adding the fins. Now, there is shaping here, so it actually curves just gently. But the idea of the curve, so you can see if I hold it up, see how it naturally wants to go into that curve? The curve is there so that you can easily, forcing something straight to curve around your neck, not necessarily going to work very well. But you can take this, and the curve helps it lay correctly, because if I can mess with it. So you take it and see how long it is. So you're making something long. I think I have it reverse side out, but that's okay. And you can just keep on wrapping and keep it close, or you can wear it dangling. Or if you go and look at the pattern page, my model actually even put it on as a belt, and it looked really cool. But you've got this just long dangly decorative thing. I knit it in Zoe DK from Juniper Moon Farm, and it is a cotton linen flax blend. It's again DK weight, but if you go and you look at the project pages, you will see that it once if you figure out what needle size you want, you could do it in fingering weight, and there's actually even someone who did it in a really bulky weight. So, and they only got like a few flags, but it fits like a little cowl. It's just a fun little easy thing to knit in the summer. And yes, it 100% fins came from the Jimmy Buffett song, because it looks like shark fins. And you got fins to the left and fins to the right. You're the only bait in town. Because what gets more summer than Mr. Jimmy Buffett? So, but you know what? I'm getting a little overheated right now because of my lights. So that is my contribution to what you should knit this summer, which is fins. Reminding you that, oh my goodness, it's so long. It also could be your own personal bunting. Reminding you to check in the description below to the links to all these patterns, and go and check out these and other patterns by the wonderful designers that I have highlighted. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, click that like button, and if you would like to be notified whenever I upload a new video, please subscribe to my channel and select notifications. Thank you so much.